Hi Zodiac Killers, welcome back to the Zodiac Killer channel. This is Jasmine, and today I am going to be doing an analysis of Libra Sun. But before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tap on that notification bell so you can get notified when I post future videos. Alright, let's get started with Libra Sun sign. So basically I want to start off with the surface level of a Libra Sun, so the basic knowledge of kind of what you want to know when you first initially think about the sun sign Libra. So sun sign Libra is the seventh sign in the zodiac wheel. It is ruled by Venus, which is the planet of love, romance. Libra its element is air. Its cardinal energy is symbolized by the scale, and Libras are usually known as the peacemakers of the zodiac. With their element being air, they're usually known to be talkative, charming, flirtatious, and debaters. So I'm going to elaborate more on Libra and its association with the seventh house. So with Libra being associated with the seventh house involves relationships, marriage, partnerships, contracts, shared resources, business partners, equality, justice, peace, and style. Now I'm going to go ahead and go into my deep analysis of what Libra energy represents. So like I said, Libra is represented by the scale. So Libras are peacemakers of the zodiac. They love balance and harmony, and they typically thrive in environments where there's a lot of peace, balance, and harmony. There's not a lot of arguments. There's, structure. Since they like that peace, balance, and harmony, they typically don't do well in situations where there's a lot of chaos. They will avoid situations like this, like the plague. They really don't, Libras really don't like a lot of conflict, but they will stand up for the underdog, and they don't like injustice at all. So even though Libras, kind of avoid conflict, don't get it twisted. If you mess with a Libra, all kinds of messed up ways, and you're, being unfair, you're not being equal, you're not being inclusive, a Libra will sense that, and they won't be happy with that. It won't settle well with them. It won't settle well with their spirit, with their energy. So they'll either avoid it or they'll do something about it. Basically, that's how Libra energy is. Libras usually don't like to argue. They don't really like to fight. They're the type of people that will have a conversation with you. They will hold a heavy discussion with you before they sit here and argue and cause all this unharmony and unrest. That's usually how this energy works. All right, so onto the physical. Libras typically tend to be beautiful people physically. They tend to be into beauty in some type of way, shape, form, or fashion. For example, some celebrities that are Libras that are, very physically appealing. You have Kim Kardashian, you have Hugh Jackman, Zac Efron, and Ashanti. So these are celebrities that are Libras that kind of embody that Libra energy. Especially, you can just tell it kind of oozes off of them, basically. Beyonce is also a Libra rising, and that really oozes off of her, that beauty, and that balance and all of that stuff. Libras usually love relationships, and they cherish their relationships with their friends and their families, and they love relationships. Most Libra guys that I know, they want to be in a relationship, or they want to be at least talking to somebody. That's kind of how this energy works. They can be very flirtatious and charming. So when you first meet a Libra, even throughout your relationship, they're going to flirt with you. They're going to be goofy and touching you and stuff. And even if they're in a serious relationship, they'll still flirt with other people. That's just how they are. That's just their nature. Not saying that they're going to cheat on you, because Libras are they tend to be loyal. You do have Libras that are cheaters. In any sign, you can have a cheater, of course. But they, even when they're in serious relationships, they can be very flirtatious and touchy. So if you're the jealous type, you might want to steer clear of Libra. If that's going to be an issue for you, you might not be able to handle that. Usually Libras typically tend to be very smart individuals. Like, for some reason, like, with the scales, they tend to be, good with books, and, they can retain information. I have a lot of Libra friends, so I know a lot about Libra energy. I'm also a Libra moon, so I feel a lot of this energy as well. So, continuing on to vocations. As far as a vocation, Libra, or occupation, like a Libra would make a good lawmaker. They'll make good lawmakers, lawyers, judges, counselors, relationship coaches. They typically tend to do good in such fields because that's kind of what they embody. So they'll naturally be good in these fields. Since Libra is ruled by Venus, they tend to love in relationships. So, 7th house, Libra is 7th house energy, so they're going to be connected to love and relationships and partnerships. They love doing things with other people. Like, Libra energy doesn't really like to be alone. They usually don't like to do things by themselves because Libra represents partnership. So a lot of times you'll see a Libra with another person because they don't like doing things alone. Libra is, they are air, so they typically are like social people, and they like to be stimulated through being social. So, usually Libras have lots of friends, and they are very friendly, and they have lots of friends due to their friendly and outgoing nature. With Libras, you usually can count on them, especially if they have that reliable earth energy in their chart. Libras find it hard to say no, and they can be people pleasers. So this is definitely a lesson for Libra. Libra needs to learn how to be able to say no and how to face conflict. The more evolved Libras will actually master the skill, but unevolved Libras, it will take them a little bit of time and maturity and growth to really be able to master handling conflict and saying no and kind of being selfish with their time. So in this case, Libra should be more like Aries, which is on the same axis as Libra. So you have to kind of mention Aries and be more, like I said, selfish with their time. And because, people pick up on that people pleaser energy, and they will take advantage of that if you let them. So that's definitely a life lesson for Libra energy. Moving forward, they typically are very playful, lighthearted people. They usually don't take things too seriously unless they have like some earth energy in them. Very fun, loving people. Also, on another note, Libras can make really good business people. They can bring that balance, that harmony, and that structure to any situation. They also can make great activists because of this natural gift as well of being able to bring peace and harmony to any situation. Also, one other life lesson for Libra energy: Libras tend to compare and compete with others, but they also need to learn that it's okay to be themselves and to do things the way they want to do things, and to know that they will still be accepted for just being who they are, not really taking bits and pieces from everybody around them, just being who they are, which is okay to learn who you are through other people and stuff like that, but you don't have to like, be a chameleon or anything, and to know that your only competitor should be yourself. Don't sit here and compare to others. Just compete with yourself and make goals and reach those goals, and that's what's going to create true balance and harmony in your life. Lastly, but not least, I'm going to talk about compatibility with Libra. So Libras will be most compatible with fire signs and air signs, with the exception of Taurus. So Libra is going to be most compatible with another Libra. Marriage rates and marriage statistics have shown that Libras usually marry other Libras. As far as a fire sign, I think a Libra would be most compatible with a Libra. As far as a fire sign, I think Libras would be most compatible with Leos, because Leos are very fun and outgoing, and Libra would shine very well with a Leo. Fire and air energy is a really good duo. I like to see fire and air together because they kind of like feed off of each other. Libras will also do well with like Sagittarius, but Sagittarius can be a bit too free. You do have some Libras that are very like free spirited, so it could work. For example, Cardi B and Offset, that's a Libra and Sagittarius couple. Well, you know, Sagittarius ain't really that faithful, but we won't get into that in the Sagittarius Sun video. Okay, back to compatibility. I said with the exception of Taurus. Taurus is an earth sign. It's not fire or air. But Taurus is ruled by Venus, so they will embody a lot of the same values and morals and all that stuff. So that's why Libra will be compatible with Sun sign Taurus. All right, guys, that is the conclusion of this Libra Sun sign series. Before you forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you will be notified when I post future videos.